Well, hello. Today's movie is the 1989 National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation. Clark Griswold and family go to the country for a Christmas tree and have a run in on the highway with some inbred yokels. They find the perfect tree but have to tear it out of the ground because Clark didn't bring a saw. He wants a big old fashioned Christmas with the family, and both in laws arrive. He also decides to put up an insane number of lights on the house. Cousin Eddie and his family arrive uninvited to the crazy mix. Christmas, though, doesn't go off as planned. The turkey is overcooked. A cat gets electrocuted. The tree gets set on fire. Clark also gets disappointing news that instead of a bonus, he's enrolled in a Jelly of the Month club. He goes on a rant about his boss and decides to cut down the neighbor's Christmas tree. The tree, though, has a squirrel inside, and this causes chaos. Cousin Eddie decides to kidnap Clark's boss. The SWAT breaks in to rescue him. Everything turns out fine in the end when the boss sees the error of his ways and reinstates the Christmas bonus. So this movie is the third in the franchise of the vacation movies. It starred Chevy Chase and Beverly D'Angelo as Clark and Ellen Griswold and their two kids. And this series was always about his wacky vacations he had with his family. And this time, instead of going someplace, they decided to stay home for Christmas. And it's written by John Hughes, as the first two films were. It was based on a short story that appeared in National Lampoon's magazine called Christmas '59. And, it's that's place, of course, in suburban Chicago, like all of John Hughes' movies do. Except they used Summit County, Colorado for the locations. And the movie was a big hit. It was $25 million budget, and it made $73 million. It was actually the highest of the vacation movies until the one they did in 2015. And like anything, like most of it, Chevy Chase, Beverly D'Angelo, Randy Quaid, Miriam Flynn were the only ones that were kind of returning from like the original movie. They always have different kids in every movie, and this one's no exception. Juliette Lewis and Johnny Galecki played, Audrey and Rusty. Interesting enough, Leonardo DiCaprio tried out for the part, but they didn't decide they wanted him. Also, Michael Anthony Hall tried out, and he was like Rusty from the first movie, but they didn't want him for this movie. And Christy Brinkley apparently was approached to be the kind of that the girl that Clark meets in the department store and has fantasies about, but she's took advice from her father that she was being typecast and didn't want to. And there was also a sequel. Apparently, there was a sequel made. Christmas Vacation 2, Cousin Eddie's Island Adventure, I think it was called. I know I saw it, and I can't remember a thing about it, so it must have been very unmemorable. Basically, this is a Christmas movie that I really love. I think it's a really funny movie. I love the part with the squirrel going around. To be honest, that kind of happened to me and my family. somehow a squirrel got in the house or whatever. I can tell you kind of they got that down packed how you react. And just it's really funny, and I love this movie a lot. I know it's a bit of a cult classic. It's probably one of my favorite movies of Christmas, that I have to watch. And I think, if you want a really good fun movie, you should watch this movie. It's just awesome. And so I'm gonna have to say, thanks for watching. I'm kind of going on my own little Christmas vacation next week, and I won't do any more reviews until 2026. So I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas, and I thank you for watching. You're a unique individual.